Hello, guys, and welcome to the last review of Week 7 for Animation on Fox. I know I'm really late with this video, and I apologize. It's just been a lot of things going on, and I will get to Week 8 probably by the end of this week. But anyways, this is the last video of Week 7. I'm not going to be posting any clips of Wild Wild West, mainly because I keep getting flagged whenever I post Family Guy or The Simpsons clips, so I tend not to like to post a lot from those shows. Although if I post from Bob's Burgers, it never gets flagged, so that's why I post a lot of Bob's stuff, but very little from Family Guy. And I'm probably just gonna do none for Family Guy because I don't want the risk of the video getting blocked again, and then and I have to wait a week or two before copyright owner Disney releases the claim. I mean, they always release a claim. It's just a matter of waiting. Like I don't want to keep waiting because it's incredibly annoying if you have to wait and the video is blocked. So, anyways, on to the Wild Wild West review. So, Wild Wild West sees Quahog get a new mayor when of course it's a continuity from when Adam West died. Well, I mean the actor died in real life, so they had to somehow send him off. It's not really. I mean, I don't really remember how he died in the show, or maybe it wasn't explained. I kind of don't remember. And then you have the episode Adam West High, which really was Brian and Quagmire. It was the season 17 finale, and it was Brian and Quagmire basically running for mayor against each other. None of them win, so they come to Wild Wild West, where now they have to pick someone else. And when Peter decides, well, it starts in the Griffin household, but them decide who's going to be mayor. And Peter says he wants mayor, his cousin Wild West, Adam West's cousin Wild West, to be mayor. So he goes to a countryside near Quahog to get him, but of course Wild West politely declines. So then, because Peter wants him to be mayor of Quahog so bad, he sort of plans like all these ruses, or well, no, not really. Well, yeah, he does plan something, but he brings Lois with him to make her change her mind because Lois is against that decision that Wild West should be mayor. And then when Wild West makes Lois a sweater quickly, she actually realizes that she sexually likes him, which was honestly kind of weird. But I mean, at the same time, it was sort of a way to get the plot going. I think there could have been a better way, but I'll take what we have. So then when Peter and Lois are making out, and Lois like moans and says, "Ah, Wild West," and then Peter obviously gets mad. So then he plans a sort of ruse to as revenge, but when he goes inside, when he sneaks into Wild West's home to cut off his mustache, it's so hard he can't cut it. So then he plans to he plans to use his mustache scar to like spread it all around town, so that he won't be mayor now because of Lois's she likes Wild West. So like his opinion immediately changes, but it ends up setting fire to the building, and Wild West has to save the librarian who was referenced earlier in the episode as I think it was someone whose last name was Hitler. That's right. And I thought that joke was kind of out of place. I mean, I wouldn't say it's not. I wouldn't say it's out of taste. It just wasn't funny. Like I didn't think that joke was funny. So then basically that lady who's the librarian has to be saved by Wild West. And then there he proves that he can sort of levitate, and I kind of didn't like that because I thought it was very over the top. But I mean, the show is, yeah, it's sort of over the top. But I mean, like someone who's kind of supernatural feels a little bit out of place for the show. Like you don't see Stewie having superpowers, right? I mean he can talk, but he doesn't have superpowers. So it feels like Wild West levitating feels a little bit out of place. But overall, I'd say I really liked Wild Wild West. It's probably one of the show's best episodes since last year. Heartburn. This does, and I would say I would say, yeah, this is really the only episode of the season I was looking forward to, and it's really the only one that. Well, I mean, I'm sort of growing to talented Mr. Stewie, but then again, I enjoyed this more. I enjoyed this more than that. So I would say this episode was really the only one so far that I sort of care for. And I mean, it does have its merits. It's pretty funny. I like how there's no cutaways. There's not a single cutaway in the episode, so it doesn't sort of derail or like fill in time. The writers use most of their time wisely. Uh, and then at the end, they all sing a nice song, and it's funny because when they all sing the song together. Well, I mean, it does poke some references to former animals who are in the show because they're all singing too. And it's kind of weird because wasn't that mental horse supposed to be dead? But I mean, he was alive in the song. And then, but I think I was sort of expecting like a shock humor thing, but it was just nothing. It was just really nice to watch. So I would give that part props too. So yeah, I liked Wild Wild West. It was a pretty good episode. So Wild Wild West is an episode that I'd recommend to anyone anyone who's not a who's not a fan of the modern episodes but wants to see a new one because I think this one was pretty good in my book. It does suffer from some minor issues like there are some bad inconsistencies and some unfunny jokes. But I mean, I like how the plot sticks. I like how the episode sticks to one plot and it keeps it consistent. There's a story structure. It's pretty funny at points, and I also like Sam Elliott's guest appearance as Wild West. He did an incredibly good job. So yes, I would give it a B. So, anyways, I want to know what you thought about Wild Wild West. Maybe you liked it more than me. I've seen a lot of people saying they really like this one, and then there's a lot of people. Well, I mean, there's very few people who said they didn't like it. So I think this episode is uh, in like a majority regard, it's regarded as one of the better ones this season. Well, probably the best one in my opinion, because you have pretty good stuff like this, and then you have like stupid shit like Famiglia and Boys and Squirrels, which I absolutely did not like. So, anyways, again, I want to know what you thought about this episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one.